Greetings and welcome to Aquarius, presentation number 5. All that was made by the Creator. There is nothing made that was not made. Perhaps that should be explained when we're talking about what is made. Think, for example, about that chair you're sitting on, that screen you're looking at. Where did it all begin? It all began as a thought, an imagination. That's where everything begins. The power of the mind is an amazing tool. It's where we create, and we create from feeling. And I'm going to give you some examples of this, which I know you can all relate to. So the first scenario, I want you to picture yourself in a shopping centre. Before you is a cube-like structure, total mirror effect on the outside. It's a public convenience, a public toilet. However, when you go into that toilet, it's two-way glass, so you can see everybody walking past outside in that shopping centre. Now be honest with yourself, there's no right or wrong answer to this. How does that make you feel? Would you be able to use the toilet, seeing everybody walking past, even though you know that they can't see in? You've already seen this for yourself, you've seen that it's a mirror effect on the outside. But how do you feel? Because this is very important. This is a state of mind. So let's try another one now. Let's take a 450 foot tall mast. Now you've got the job of going up there and doing a repair right at the very top, 450 miles above the ground. Ask yourself and be honest with yourself, could you do it? Could you climb to the top? You've got your safety harness, you're not going to come to any harm, you're not going to fall, the equipment has all been checked. How many of you would say get to 200 feet and you just freeze and you can't go any more? You see, there's the imagination, the state of mind, because it is overriding your physical ability to climb any higher, and you freeze, you are petrified, hence petrification, turn to rock, scared, frightened, all means the same thing. So just from those two, can you see how a state of mind in the imagination can affect the physical reality for yourself? Another example, and I'm sure some of you have seen this, of people who can walk barefoot over hot coals and yet they don't get burned. So how do they do it? Again, it's state of mind. This is the key to everything. If you go with this idea of these New Thought writers such as Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel Shinn and various others, Napoleon Hill is another one, maybe the other names will come, I'm terrible with names, but everything is all in the mind, all our thoughts. If we go with this idea of there being a creator of everything, good and bad, and it all depends on your imagination and your state of mind and how you feel as to what is creating this reality. I start wondering about earthquakes. With all this madness that is going on, perhaps earthquakes are nothing more than cracks in the reality where people are in such confusion, and the collective consciousness from that feeling is creating these things. Because we are co-creators, we create in our mind. Now, I'm not saying that I get it right. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I've certainly made a few blunders and not thought things through properly and not mastered my subconscious. But it's all a learning curve. And it's how we deal with it and how we proceed from what we learn is all important with that. I want also to look at something else as well here, and that is when we're talking spiritually about being in alignment. The minus sign is that way, a horizontal line. The minus or the negative. The positive is the cross. So if you take away the horizontal line, you're left with the vertical line, which must be the neutral. And as I've suggested, it is the line where you put the other shapes from to form the glyphs, which we know as letters of the alphabet. So when we're talking about alignment, think of the place of the sun, the solar plexus, the heart, or earth, the ether, and the mind, where imagination, creation, all exists. When those three are in alignment, and you are standing positive, this is your cross. This is the experience we're going through, shown right there. But it's all about being positive, so we basically choose a direction from that line, and from that line as well. But we've been crossed that way, hence the XY chromosome and the XX chromosome, double-crossed in the case of women. But it doesn't have to be that way, because you want to know where, I don't like the word, but you want to know where God is, the creator of everything. Let us make man in our image, is the answer to that one. Image being the imagination. We were created in the imagination. We are in a dream within a dream. We are the creator in an experience. Everything in this reality is very much, as I've said before, like the crazy house in a fun fair. And everything you look at, just like all those screens, are distortions. Hence you have the beauty, the green screen, which is the theatre, the world stage on which we play in this playnet. And yet there's this veil, this evil, vile veil, this overlay, which mostly is media. And this is exactly how they work things. They suggest things through the media. How you feel from that information is what creates into this reality. This is the key to everything. There are no nations except imagination. The only states are states of mind, and they range from fear to love. You have the choice as to which of those, or anything in between, you wish to feel. When you master your mind, you feel what you want to feel, because you are in control of it. You find the creator within inside yourself. Ta-ta for now.